Oh my goodness, apparently we're live. Can I be heard? Because that's always an important. And how is everyone doing this evening? It's the 18th of November. My goodness, it's nearly Christmas. Or whatever you happen to celebrate. And Phil, in answer to your question, I very much prefer Tess. Because it's almost like we're different people or something. Yay! Self-inflicted personality split. I don't know. Split is a city in Croatia, and it disappoints me that the Split that is in Croatia is not located at the point where Croatia splits. Because the country kind of looks like a banana peel. And it sort of goes, but the city of Split is not located at the Split. And this makes me very sad. Maximum sadness. Anyway, my sound is coming through fine, which is nice. My stream health is green. That never happens. And, well, I have with me a whiteboard full of notes of all the shit I need to do on this stream. Oh my god, Simon, good evening to your lovely face. I'm afraid my streams can't live up to yours as far as smut goes, but we'll just have to make do with a naked, fire-breathing purple lizard running around some sort of place with stuff. I'm sure if you tried hard enough, there could probably be like a prostitution analogy in there somewhere, but I appear to be rambling, so I should probably just switch over to the game and we can get started. Yes? Yes. Yes? Yes. Yes. There we go. My goodness, my Guinness. I remember seeing a thing that says exactly that, my goodness, my Guinness, on, like a gastropub in Sweden. But it was an Irish place. You know what? This story isn't even worth telling. Now then, how does my voice, noise, face stuff stack up compared to the game audio? Because we've been fine for the past 2 streams, but just worried about audio levels. But you know what? We've been fine for the past 2 streams. We should be good to ask go. Or go arsing. Wait, hang on, we've rescued all the kids, of course. I forgot about the kids! Who cares about the kids? Well, me, because I get... Wait, hang on. You don't give me a reward? That makes me sad. Well, I mean, it's not as if we didn't get rewards from each of the individual children as we found them, and you don't blaze 420 children, that's wrong. And unless you like making... I don't know. I was trying to make a joke, but I can't think of a language where their word for children rhymes with burrito, so never mind. I'll be very sad if that quote doesn't appear on TV tropes at some point, because I know it certainly seems as though Alex and Pajama Sam, as I like to call him, or her, I'm not entirely sure, but the people who control my TV tropes page have been doing a fair amount of work recently, and I feel as though that might partly be because I uploaded the Honey Pop Best Of thing, and so they've had loads of inspiration from moments to add to the page, but I appreciate it. It is all in good appreciation. I don't know, it's... I'd say it's been a long day, but it hasn't. It's been a bit strange, because that's how my Wednesdays do. Oh, I suppose I could mention, like, I've been made aware... Well, no, that's not the best way of wording it. I've started with things in the past week that are really good news and stuff. And I just need to update my notes. Got one of the chests. One of them I can sort of talk about that involves... I'm not entirely sure how much I can give away, but I'll just leave it at contract work for Channel 4. So that there's that. And there's also something that's even more secret that I have no intention of spoiling. Oh yeah, you give me a heart, fake Zoe. Because that's half the reason why I came here first. I'm going to the levels where I know I can redeem the hearts first, because then I, like, hopefully, in coming to this level, I'll get most of the way towards being able to get all the hearts of another area, and Simon, this is Spyro Adventure, as it's known to us Brits. The Americans call it Spyro Attack of the Rhinarks, because Americans just can't. But Spyro Adventure, I dare say the best one on the Game Boy Advance, because Season of Ice, the first one, is hard as shit. The second one, Season of Flame, is pretty good, but there are, like, I've tried a whole slew of avenues of trying to record that game, because I do want to play through it at some point. But there are some levels that just straight up do not work with my recording setup, and I cannot fathom why that is. And we don't have all of... We do have all of those! I'd actually forgotten that there even was a thing in the overworld that we needed to redeem, because the overworld is its own world as well. Overworld independence. The toilet. Because that's a relevant joke. Anyway, we just have a green chest and a pink chest, then we will have 100% this place. So many arses this evening. Couldn't possibly be to do with the fact that Simon is here, and so my arse count just inevitably goes up. And we still don't have all of the Yeti climbing gear. I wasn't expecting to, for some reason. I feel like that side quest takes longer than the rest, but it doesn't. It just depends on the order you do things in. I suppose that is fair with Season of Flame. Like, when I played it as a child, I had a good time with it, I'm not gonna lie. But that's just, as a child, I just enjoyed wandering around aimlessly and not necessarily actually playing the game, but not necessarily going out of my way to 100% it. Although, Spyro games... Wrong room. I do like to go out of my way to 100% the gem count, at the very least. Because, like, MacGuffins, I can kind of... Well, as a child, I could kind of give or take... Take or leave, that's the expression. Especially if some of the minigames in order to get them were too difficult or whatever. But I've matured since then. And now I am a seasoned collector person who collects things in video games. English is totally my first language, can you tell? We see, now that makes it so confusing. Like, is English really my first language? Sometimes even I don't know. Anyway, here's the fuck. Laura, I don't know if you were still here at the end of the last stream, but you're asking about this in the very first stream, and I'm making hand gestures that you can't see because I don't have face cam. But this is what the paw prints are all about. I was going to say, oh no, we still don't have all the gems here. That makes me slightly sad. But I remember that room was the very last one that I got gems from in my original LP. Back to talking about the original LP, apparently. But hold the phone, hold the arse phone, hold the banana phone. We're missing some gems somewhere, but I haven't... Oh. Are they in the Sergeant Bird bit? Because I will be slightly sad-faced if they are. Unless... No? I don't know. I'm missing gems, I'm sure they will be... They might be in a chest somewhere that I've just not written down, but... Until we come across that chest... We'll just have to use our imagination? I don't know. I don't know if you can hear through my tone of voice, but I'm kind of making that one Dr. Alphys face where she's kind of like, eh. Anyway, I could go into the Thieves Guild. Do we have all the tools? I believe we do, so we might as well stop in on the way past. Okay, so we can go to Bird Barracks. Yeah, we can. We can go to the... Hang on a second. 18th of November, 2015. Not even my original playthrough of this game. Or my original LP or anything. I'm just now realizing. So, the person who gives us the heart here in the Thieves Guild... Well, we're not in there yet, we're about to be though. The Master Thief. Did they deliberately choose that particular title for him so it would sound like Master Chief? Because it really has been... I'm not sure how I plan to end that sentence, but... It's one of those things that took me ages to realise, like how a certain important character in Undertale, their name is actually a pun on the word tutorial, and that I just didn't, so... Oh no, I did say landing on the Switch as soon as you catch the thief is a thing that could happen, but I said that a while ago, so I don't expect you to remember. Unless you're me. And you're not me. Yeah then, Thieves Guild, slightly going out of order, but oh. Ow, just standing in place while I stare at my notes. That pink chest and the green one in here, I think, is all that we need to get... Wait, fuck. First of all, up to 5 viewers, I'm really happy about that. I didn't get the paw prints in the fairy library. Also, Zelda, oh my goodness. we've got 5 viewers, and everyone's turning up except that there's one viewer who I can't account for, because... Okay, so we've got Laura and Phil, one of my many OTPs. We've got Simon. We've got Exelda. But we ain't got no coffee. So who is this mysterious 5th viewer? Well, if you're gonna spell it that way, Phil, then... then yes, it is the exception. No. She's a cow and you're gonna have to live with it. If she were a goat, she would look like a goat. You're gonna have to live with that. Either that or learn to spell, that would help too. That's just me poking fun. I don't mean any serious harm with my hand gestures that you can't actually see. 4 bees! That's not quite a million, though. You're gonna have to try a bit harder. A million bees. Wait, so... I'm going to go back to the fairy library, because I forgot about that. But we've got all the gems here, so... Bugger. And I thought I was being efficient. Yeah. Well, technically speaking, and Exalda can back me up on this, technically speaking, the whole caveat with all that is she's a monster, so she's not technically either. So... And that's half the reason why I enjoy trolling people with that whole... thing anyway. Because... I mean, you should see how pissed off Alex gets when I go on my whole rant about, nope, she's a cow and you're going to have to live with that, because in the grand scheme of things, it's really inconsequential. But it's just amusing how rattled people get about that. It's sort of like the whole, we should rename America South Canada and see how pissed off the Americans get. Well, you're seriously not letting this go. This is why I do it. This amuses me. I think Alex eventually cottoned onto it, but I mean, you know what, I'm not going to complain. Endless entertainment, tickling tantalizingly, and cheese. And mind your spoilers, please. Oh yes, Meta Tess. I approve of this name fusion, because clearly out of... Like, I was actually talking to Alex about this earlier. But I don't want to go into too much detail, just in case for people watching who want to avoid spoilers on Undertale, myself included, but... Of the bosses, I feel like I could kind of imagine, like, myself as Metaton, but, like, with... Yes, you did, Phil. Can you please be a lot more can you please just think before you type? Thank you very much. But I can totally imagine, like, myself as Metaton, and then Laura in, like, a lab coat, like in that initial encounter with Metaton, just this hexagonal robot painted to look like my logo, and it's just me, and then we've got Laura in a lab coat off to one side, just doing vague hand gestures, like, yo, this is the right answer, but Tess totally didn't notice. Sad face. Now, I think there's only... I don't want to go to the Yeti Serengeti just yet, though, because I don't have all the stuff. I don't have all the stuff for the local side quest, but I do have all the ones for Bird Barracks. Plus, even though it's a nuisance to get out of there, it's... like... So we're going to go to the island of the Turd in a Bowl. And... you know how there are 2 levels that you can get to from there? There's the Yeti Serengeti and there's Bird Barracks. I prefer Yeti Serengeti simply because it's a nuisance to get around Bird Barracks. But... I don't think you can actually get out of... Well, I think you can get out of Yeti Serengeti, but it's like a different kind of nuisance that... to the point where you might as well just quick escape, and at that point you're taken so much further away, and... I don't know, there's something valuable to be heard in all of this, I'm sure. So how is everyone doing this evening? Spoilerific randomness. Yes, that's one way of wording it. Fuck! That happened in my original LP! A lot! But on the plus side, I believe we could have done this a lot sooner, for this level anyway, because there's nothing but red chests here. Yeah. I was going to say maybe there's green chests as well, but no, because the only... like, the only, hang on, I'm trying to think. Like, I would have got the red chests that were here if I'd had the key when I was here the first time, and since I haven't got the red chests here, that would imply that there weren't any green hang on, that makes no sense. Yeah, but... okay, I'm just gonna say right now, just to avoid any further slip-ups, I'm hereby outright prohibiting any further discussion about Undertale, just right now, because Clearly some people can't be trusted with their face. Or... I pressed it to jump! And I have been denied! But, yeah, we'll just no more Undertale for this evening. We're playing Spyro, for Christ's sake. But yeah, just to make sure that absolutely definitely nothing gets spoiled. Okay, that's final thing I'm saying on the matter. And suddenly I'm thinking about cinnamon. Haven't had cinnamon in quite a while. I don't know why, I don't know what brought this on. I'll talk to that fucker in a moment, but I need to go and find the chests. And was there like a Sugar Babe song or a Spice Girl song or someone? Well, I think the actual words was red dress, but it could be misheard as red chest if you're feeling creative. I did not mean to boop the button. Yay, I'm beneficial to someone's sanity. Really? Well, I suppose that is fair enough. Because it's relatively niche, and I don't even know how I discovered it, so fair's fair. That pickaxe, yo. How much you want to bet I'm about to get hit in the face by that pickaxe no matter what I do? Oh! I avoided it, but I ended up dying. Like, Phil, let's not get into a discussion as to why it may or may not be justified. This is my stream and I'm saying no more Undertale for the moment, alright? Let's not question it. But yeah, how about that cinnamon? Hang on, did I just need to mark that off of my... Wait, fuck, did the vault stay open after I died? I feel like it didn't. Fuck. Thought maybe you could whirlwind those things out of the ground. Well, clearly I was wrong. You can die. Your brethren caused me to jump into a pit. Now, I want to believe that the safe is still open, but it's not going to be, is it? No, it's not. I'm very sad at this news. But wait, I could just... Oh, those crafty game designers thought of all the things. Really? Really? This? That happened. I think I've only ever experienced cinnamon as either a flavour as a type of sweet, or on hot chocolate specifically in Starbucks. Oh, Laura, that means so much coming from a genuine cinnamon roll such as yourself. Specifically yourself, for you are a roll of cinnamon. But this is such a weird topic of conversation, but if it helps avoid spoilers, then I'm all for it. But, yeah. Now, I would say fellow Brits, but we're all Brits here, apart from the one anonymous person and Exelda. And the toilet? The toilet. Does anyone else remember what brand it was? Okay, can someone please educate Phil? But, does anyone else remember what brand it was, where there were these sweets where they kind of looked like nipples, but they also had, like, half the packet were nipples and half the packet were, like, donut shaped, sort of like they had a hole in the middle, and they encouraged you to like stick them together, sort of like Lego, except it's nipples and donuts, although they weren't marketed as nipples and donuts, obviously. And they said, oh, you know, if you combine this base flavor with that circle flavor, then you get this combination flavor in your mouth when you eat them. Not as a deliberate thing, but just that's what it tastes like. And what were they called? Because they were surprisingly nice. I know they had a cinnamon like flavor in and among. Just porno Rolos. That's not what they were. But this is a thing that I would like to see happen in real life. Fuck. Cinnamon is a spice. What? Why must everything be contested with you, Phil? Everything is nothing if you don't love what you got in your heart. What you got in your heart. What you got in your heart. You feel it in your soul, you can never let it go. I want the world to know. They can take away the rhythm. They can take away the gold. Stop me, please. But they can never take away. No, they can never take away my soul. No, 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 not my soul. You get the idea with that. But yeah, Malta. At least 8 points from me. That was beautiful. And if I didn't lose at least one viewer during that, then I don't know what's wrong with the world, but I'll take it. We're just going on this all-out offensive defending cinnamon. Literally classified as a spice, for it is literally a spice. Well, this is a fun topic of discussion, and that was some sprite layering right there. And behold, one of the best hidden teleporty hideaways in the game, and yet I think it was the second last that I found, because it was hard to find, but I just, in my original LP that is, I forgot that I never got the teleport hideaway this in Dragon Shores. Yay, we're done here! Well, we're not done with the stream, don't go away just yet, we're going to be going for 20 minutes, goddamn. Okay, so we've got both those, we should go into the area Serengeti sometime soon, but no. Oh, wait, hang on, Thieves Guild is... don't mind me just correcting my notes now that I can update them. Where's next? Rabbit Habitat? No. Banana Savannah? Maybe. See, I kind of don't want to go to a level before I go, like, before I'm able to get the heart of them, if you feel me. Please feel me. I require feeling. So I'm thinking, I would say Cheetah Spot Spa, but that's on the, oh shit. That's on the entire other end of the, like, the entire other end of the overworld. My hands are in completely the wrong place. Tee. So, I suppose I'll just go to Rhinox and Glocks and get the leftover stuff there, because I believe I didn't get the, oh yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing that I did once, Zelda, with the, cinnamon sugar. Was it cinnamon sugar? I know I've had some flavoured cinnamons before. Yeah, you see, if anyone else were to say Star Anise, Simon, then I'd think of the spice. But when you say it, I do kind of think drag act slash stripper slash both. A stripper doing a drag act stripper? Something, I don't know. Now, is there even a paw print in this? Wait, did I get all the chests that were here? I feel like I may have done. But surely. Like, just pardon my memory going weird. I just don't remember if we got all the stuff here. Maybe? Did we? Can't have done. No, we didn't. That makes me think there's a chest that I've missed, or the paw prints here, because in case I didn't specify this earlier on, we're going back to all the previous levels, and no, don't want to go back in there. Looking for all the paw prints and the chests is what we're doing. This is kind of a clean-up stream, as it were. But where the bloody hell are the paw prints? Well, I'm going to pass back through here in a moment anyway. And this is going to be so misleadingly final, because this is the final area, and we're going to come back here again at the end of the stream to beat the final boss, but I might as well just get all the stuff that's in here first, because completionism. Because there's nothing else in here that we need to get, apart from the stuff that's in the... That happened before. Oh yeah! Those enemies can sometimes randomly drop you to red health for some reason. I remember that happening in the original LP as well. Oh my goodness, Phil! Stop taking everything so personally! Not everything is a challenge, you know. Anyways, it's not a demand, you must go and do this. It's a recommendation. Holy shit. Don't take everything so personally. I'm bringing everybody down. Or something, I don't know. I'm trying to be a gracious host, but... Well, graphical meltiness. I mean, the same could be said for Honey Pop, in fairness. Although, that's not the graphics that's melty. Anyway. So, I don't want to keep rising to your bait, but that does remind me that, for some reason, my mother uses the word spicy to refer to things that contain spices, like allspice, star anise, etc., etc. For, like, as well as things that are hot, flavor-wise, so... Tess's graphics! I don't know what else I could have said there, but yes, burp will suffice. Now, I really do want to just quick escape to get out of this area, but I don't want to miss the bloody... Bleh. I could swear there are... And it could just be that I missed 50 gems in the Sergeant Bird section, but I want to believe there's paw prints here, because I'm fairly sure there's paw prints in every level. I mean, they have them in the overworld, so why the fuck shouldn't they have them here? Wait, is it at the top of this bit over here? Because that's the only place I haven't looked yet, I think. Maybe? No? Well, I got everything else, I believe. I got the stuff in the vaults, as I recall, so... Unless I've just walked straight past the paw prints without noticing them. You see, I don't want to give up, because... Ah. Yeah, go away, monkey. I swear there are paw prints here somewhere. If this were an LP, I could just cut this section out, but I'm not going to. Because I can't. Well, pardon my random laughter, I'm just reading what Simon has just written. Simon being Higher Plane Games, for people watching the stream archive who don't know, just... This is why I keep the chat in the stream, so you can see what the dealio is. Yeah, no, I've cleaned this vault out, so... I feel like there must be 50 gems left over in the Sergeant Bird section then, but I don't want to go back in there, because... I don't know, surely... Shoreditch. Is there an... Oh, it'll be down there, won't it? There's an entire tract of land that I've not visited. Because it's off the beaten path, it's off-piste, it's off the toilet. The toilet. Yeah, sure enough. I feel like a fool. And there are some of these, what are they called, digital hideaways, I think? Where they do actually have chests inside some of them. But this was not one of them. Now, where are we going next? That's those two done. I suppose we're going to head to the furthest part of the overworld. Oh, right, yes. Laura, I saw your message, well, your chat post about that earlier, and for some reason I got sidetracked with other stuff. But, yeah, I've been watching the edited highlights, as it were, in that I've been watching the behind-the-scenes footage of the Junior Eurovision rehearsals. Oh my goodness, my stream health is back up to green. I watched the behind-the-scenes footage. I watched some of the rehearsal, like deliberately not all of them. Just, just ones of my favourites and ones I was curious about. Stuff like Macedonia, for instance. The former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. Hang on. Phil. I'm just going to keep saying she's a cow, and that's not wrong. I could easily say... I could just easily say, you're wrong, and I could say it till the cows come home, so please drop it or just leave the stream. I don't mean to be harsh, but seriously, it's kind of getting annoying that you're just going to keep bringing it up. And hello, Guardian XD! A pink brofist for you as well. Which, damn it, when I say it sounds sexual. Now, where was I going? Oh yeah, the furthest reaches of the overworld. We'll return to the rabbit habitat, which is in the north, just the generally north part of this area of the overworld, soon enough. But we're just missing one of the things in their heart quest, which is the money tree. And so I feel like I'm going to have to go to Moneybag's mansion twice. So, yeah. I'm not articulating my thoughts very well, because I'm thinking on like 1,000 different layers at once here. Right. To get the heart of Moneybag's mansion, you need 3,500 gems. And at the rate we've been collecting them, because we are literally getting the last ones left in the world, that is literally the last heart to get. Like, if you go around mopping up all the other worlds, and you've paid for everything, like if you've got all the other items in the game up to this point, then it's literally the last 3,500 gems that you get that allows you to buy the heart of Moneybags' mansion. And so, we're gonna have to... But the thing is, we're gonna need to go there to get one of the things that we need to get the heart of the rabbit habitat. So we're gonna have to go there at least twice no matter how we do. But first we're gonna return to the gay club, as I called it. I suppose so, Simon, I suppose so. Now, oh yes, last time I was here, Yuki was also present in the chat, but he's not here this time. He's just not here. I don't know where he is. Probably forgetting, just like as he has been for the past few days, forgetting to send me his audio for the podcast that we did recently, because Europe Scalar 8, or Laura, and I, and Super Alex 641, or Alex 64 as I like to call him, or... Oh my god, we're up to 6 people watching. But... So, Alex, Yuki, Laura, and I did a podcast the other day, and... Like, Alex sent me his audio. Obviously, I have my own audio, and clearly only I can edit those videos, because... I don't know... Because the last time we trusted Yuki to edit something, it kind of ended badly. But anyway, the point is, I bet he's going to start hounding me on Skype saying, "Oh my god, why haven't you edited the thing yet? Why haven't you uploaded it yet?" Because you haven't sent me your audio yet, Yuki. Everybody else has. Even Laura has. And that's not a slight against Laura. That's, Laura has kind of terrible internet and she managed to get it to me faster. Okay, we are just here. We're just missing a singular chestoid. Wait, no. Apparently I'm missing... What? Oh, duh, that's the heart. We haven't got all the heart things for here yet, have we? Dear oh dear. Phil, I'm sorry to keep bringing this up, and I know it's a difficult thing for you, but, like, please just stop going on about it, because it's kind of... It's getting repetitive. I don't mean to come across as if I don't care, because, I mean, you know, I feel for you, but... It's just, every time I look at the chat, there's something to do with this that, like, my brain's perceiving it as drama, and I'd just rather not. It's nothing personal. But anyway, enough about that. We need to go back to the cheetah spot bar at some point, but I've been deliberately avoiding getting the quest for there, so we deliberately... Because I've never actually seen what Sparks has to say if we complete a quest without knowing we've completed a quest. Like, as if not... Like... Getting all the items for a quest, but not knowing that we're getting items, like specific items. In this case, the cool series of items, which is stuff like the organ, the trench coat, just listing random ones off the top of my head, the lava lamp, etc. Oh, Laura, it's okay. I keep losing my train of thought. Worth it. Now, where are the things I'm missing here? At least one in the vault, and a couple in the not vault area. Oh, Simon. Bringing much delight all round. Which I suppose could be perceived as a fat joke. Now I've completely forgotten what I was saying. Hey, we've got another one of the kangaroo things. Yes, we have all the kangaroo things now. But there we go. That's... What was that? Right. So, each world in this game, apart from Moneybags Mansion, has you go and collect items for the... in order to obtain the heart of that land. And normally, you talk to whoever gives you the heart, they give you a list of items to go and get. But we've deliberately not got that for the Cheetah Spot Spa, because I don't know I don't know how different the text is if you get all the items from a complete set without knowing that they're from a complete set. Was that really so hard for me to articulate in the first instance? Okay, there's 2 more pinks and a yellow, and at least one of those is in I feel like 2 of those are in the vault. So... Cat! Oh, that's one thing I'm looking forward to when I go home for the winter. Seeing the cats after such a long time, because, as I mentioned on recording before, I think Moley Cyrus has gone deaf, which, as I said before, how could you tell? But did I not do this upper area on my original pass through this level? This is where the money tree is. Why did I not come up here the first time? My goodness. My goodness, my Guinness. Already made that reference. Well, I mean, we're going to come back here later on anyway, but might as well clean out this back area first, since Moneybags, the quest giver as it were, the person who supplies the heart, is actually in the very first room of this area, so might as well clean out the back part while we're here. Which I'm sure is a concept that Simon is very, very familiar with. Cleaning out the back part while you're down there. Again, I could regale you with another story of things that happened in that Irish pub in Sweden, but... No, the best save for another time when we're not in polite company. Cat, stay on the switch, please. And that's another vault. But there's this, though. Good thing the vaults stay open once you've opened them. Or at least the timer on the switches stops counting down once you've opened the safe. It's going to be a bit of a nuisance to get back out of here, but it's going to be quicker than quick escaping. For a moment I got worried, like, oh my god, I'm still missing gems, but it's because there's this chest over here. Anyway, is everyone enjoying themselves? Because I'm rather enjoying this. You know what, Simon? You've earned the right to hear the full details of that story. But I would say yes to that, Laura, but that's in Gothenburg, and we're going to Stockholm, so maybe not. But maybe some other time, or while we're in Stockholm, we'll just get a cheeky train down to Stockholm, or down from Stockholm to Gothenburg. And I wonder, like, on the night of during Eurovision, I wonder just how many people are going to be surprised that Sweden's not taking part this year, because, I mean, it was announced a while ago, they've released the official lists of stuff. Sweden's not in the junior contest this year for some unknown reason, but oh well. Oh well, I'm so sad. Well, Phil, just don't try. Just take a seat and relax. You don't need to be. Well, none of us did. Well, I need to be talking constantly, but that's because I'm commentating. Everyone else, you could just sit back and enjoy the ride while I ride my ride through. Okay, I'm just gonna stop there because I'm gonna keep talking myself into holes, and that's something that I'm rather good at. And well, I would say not in that sense, but I mean, you may or may not have, depending on who I'm addressing here, you may or may not have seen my playthrough of Honey Pop, in which I talk myself into a great number of holes. Sexually. Now, 3 pink chests to get here, at least one of them's in the vault. You're the TV person. What does a good taste like? I don't know why that popped into my head, but there you go. And that looks like a kazoo. It's a didgeridoo, but it's a didgerizoo. A kajoo. That sounds racist. Not intended to be. Speaking of Jewish people, or, well, not... Well, no. That's going to come across as racist. Speaking of, well, Israel, apparently they've just recently released the updated new logo for, I forget what it's called, but Israel's Next Star. I forget what the name for that is in Hebrew, but their national selection for Eurovision, although, and it's not explicitly a national selection, they're just also using it, in the same way that Italy also happened to use Sanremo as their selection vehicle, even though it's not explicitly the only reason why they do that show. I wonder if it'll serve them as well as it did, like, this year just gone. Good old golden boy. Nadav Gui DJ. I forgot his name for a moment then. I'm an awful person. Oh dear. Anyway, pink chest. Still missing one. It's probably in the upper parts of this level. So, oh yeah, did we get the... I don't think we've got the paw prints of this area as well. So there's that. We're making so much progress, and it's all really disjointed because it's going through areas we've already completed. But such is the nature of cleanup towards the end of the game, and I nearly left this platform, but our destination is right here. And clearly it's the most efficient way to go into this virtual hideaway, get the stuff inside it, and then leave again, than it is to just go and get the chest and then come in here and then quick escape out and... my commentary is kind of not a good at the moment. Blah, 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 blah. So people enjoying this game, anyway, because, now, I did have an idea for what I'm going to be streaming after this, and I think the way it's timed, it's going to be really fortunate, but part of me's thinking maybe I should, like, stop streaming for this year, like, after this, because, I mean, I don't remember offhand when my flight home is, but I want to say it's, like, the 2nd week of December? I want to say it's towards, like, the 10th or the 11th. So I don't want to promise streams or promise a continuation of a game on a stream when I'm not around to do it. So, let me know how you people feel about that in the stream chat, just so I know, you know, should I try to arrange something, like, I don't know, a short stream? take a leaf out of Simon's book, and that's not a euphemism. Well, actually, it is, but not for something sexual. Maybe do like a Jackbox stream or something, because I currently don't have Party Pack 2, which sadly means no Quiplash, although I would like to get it, but I think... Wow. It's been on sale on Steam all of once, and that was 10% off, and that was nowhere near enough to satisfy me, because clearly I have high standards, and you must go out of your way to satisfy me, and where are we going next? Rabbit habitat. So, yes, again, I could just go and beat the end of the game and get the level teleport thing, but no, I only want to beat the final boss once, because then we get to see the credits and it's all climactic and final and stuff. In any case, streaming certainly will resume once I get back to university after the winter break, so yeah, that's definitely not going anywhere. But I'm just wondering about, you know, because I don't want to start a game that I'm not going to finish before I leave. Just leaving it on a cliffhanger, then coming back after the winter break, being all rusty and shit. In that order. I don't know, I'm sure I'll work something out. Maybe it'll be a short game, maybe it'll be something interactive like that. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Now then, yes, we do need to go into the vault here. No? Yes we do. For some reason, I've got notes here, and it refers to each level by their initials, and apparently I'm living in some parallel universe where the initials of Rabbit Habitat are BS. Like not as in bullshit, but as in the letters B and S. Nope, that refers to Banana Savannah. It's a shoe! Death by shoe! As opposed to soup. And we still don't have all of those. Also, Black Diamond playing cards, which sounds a bit like something you'd get from Ann Summers, to be quite honest. And they're not really playing cards, it would be like... In fact, you know what? I hardly dare to ask, but... Simon, clearly you're the professional here. Is there such a thing as, like, playing card themed, I don't know, condoms or sex toys or something? Because, like, this is the internet. It almost undoubtedly exists, but... I mean, the question's in the ether now, we just have to wait and see. I thought I was going to say something creative there, and it just didn't happen. And now we shall poof the switch of a slightly disturbing pulsating nature. Which LP was it that was talking about that one song by The Prodigy? I'm just going to stop the description there, to just not go into any more detail, but, not that door, no, not that door, go away. Shit, this is gonna bother me now. Which LP was it that I started talking about, what was it called? The Poison, I think it was, where the lyrics are something like, I've got the poison, I've got the remedy, I've got the pulsating rhythmical remedy, but the way, the fact that he doesn't enunciate any of those words towards the end means it comes out as something. In fact, it doesn't really come out as anything because he just doesn't enunciate, but in fact, you know what, that will have been anodyne, because I remember titling the episode The Hebrides Lecture, because that's... I don't think that's where I got the word Hebrides from, but it certainly reinforced its existence within my personal lexicon. So, fun facts with TessHex. Well, my interest is certainly piqued. Go right ahead, Simon. The floor is yours if you deem it appropriate. It could just as easily not be appropriate, because... Wow. Just sudden mental image of, wait, shit, what if my parents watch this stream? Which, I mean, to be fair, this is part 4 of a series that's an hour and a half long apiece, so odds aren't good, so... But... glass playing... That actually sounds cool, glass playing cards. I think they could also double as coasters for, like, cups and stuff, but... Also, look at them cool visual effects, yo. And it's funny, I know that's supposed to be a puzzle box in my mind, but I can't not imagine all those pieces as solid objects. Also, I really like this particular heart, I like how it looks. I would wear it, except it's very heavy and not hat-sized, so... Anyway, I feel like... Am I still... I want to say I'm still missing a treasure chest here. Should be, because I'm... Oh wait, no, it's not a treasure chest, it's, Wait, have I got the... No, that's the rabbit habitat. No, this is the rabbit... It was in the kangaroo place that I got the paw prints. Blah. Extended blah. To... Infusicate. enthusticate and entwistify my inability. Wow. Well, no comments on my own personal sexuality here, but I could think of at least one person who would actually appreciate that, Simon. Like a friend of mine who I think, oh goodness, yeah, he'd have a field day with that game. Idea for potential lively planet, anyone? Okay, so we're done in this level. That's that 100%ed. Where are we going next? I want to say Banana Savannah, but we don't have all the stuff. Did that. I don't want to go to Yeti Serengeti more than once. Well, it's not that I dislike the level, it's just awkward to get out of. So, yeah, we're still missing one of the gloves. Do we have all the stuff for the banana? We don't have all the... Oh my goodness, Laura, control yourself. Missing more hearts than I thought. But we'll get them in due course. In fact, don't you get two at once? No, that's the teleport thing and Chateau Crypto, never mind. Banana Savannah it is then, the land of the music that kind of sounds like it belongs in a primary school assembly. And as a result of that observation, I've permanently ruined that song for, well, the background music for Austin on Sugar. I was about to call him Austin's Gallo 8, like, no. Although, sometimes I do wonder, and if he ends up watching this, it's going to be slightly awkward, but, like, bearing in mind, I think, off the top of my head, of the, of the 5 males in Lively Planet, I think we only officially know Yuki's and Mr. Game Empire's sexualities. So, I mean, as far as I'm aware anyway, Mr. Game Empire is asexual and Yuki is so straight it's painful. But I'm deliberately ambiguous. I'd like to think that my ambiguosity has convinced Alex to be something other than straight. And then there's Austin, and I feel like Austin may secretly be the gayest one of us, and I'm 100% okay with that because he looks really good in a dress. Like, as homo as you like, but also no homo. Because, and Laura, you were there, weren't you? When he sent us that, like, he sent us a dress selfie, a dressy, if you will, and it actually suits him. I feel like I've mentioned this before. And yes, Laura, you've told me about the cockpit dress. Just, once again, I have that same friend in mind, just thinking of that board game, that outfit. Yeah. Slightly awkward, but where the fuck's the other button? Oh yeah. Austin's Gallo. It's about as much of a ship as Tess on Sugar. Or Austin on Hex. Which, I mean, you know, you had a dream about it once, so clearly the fandom demands it. Oh good, the thing's up here. That was me rubbing my nose, by the way. Just in case you were perplexificated by the noises that emerged from my face. And I could have sworn there's at least one of these that has a treasure chest inside it, but I've not run across it just yet, and this confused me, and we're back up to 6 viewers. Hello to everyone. I am very much feeling like a cat in that well, more like a lion, really. I will boop you all in the face and we can finally go to the Yeti Serengeti. We've got all the stuff. Yes, no. Nope. Tactical jumping off a cliff there because I forgot to boop the button. Yay, exploiting a game so that it does stuff that is good. No, I fell off the fuck. I was too busy reminiscing about that one dream that Laura had that she's recanting in the chat at the moment. Recanting isn't a word, is it? That's it's a mixture of recount and decant. It's just pouring it from a wine bottle into a flask and telling it at the same time. And hang on, this is 4 lines worth of text. This must be worth me reading. Well then. No comments there, Phil. Consider me amused in any case. Now, are we done here? We appear to be not done here. Please tell me I didn't miss some gems in the Agent 9 section. That's the only place they could be. Wait, that's 2 levels where I'm missing. Fuck. Wait. Alright, so we're gonna go there in a second. Missing stuff that I feel like that's gonna be in the Sergeant Bird section. That's gonna be in the Agent 9 section. I hope not, but probably. We're gonna be heading back there last. And that I could account for. Yeah. Bugger. Well. Oh good, we've reverted back from the music that I don't much care for that is located in that vault. I don't know, maybe there is some gems on like a platform that I've just not gone up to like I did in Moneybags Mansion, but no, doesn't look like it. I mean, there is that spike of blackness there, but I don't think we have all the banana things, so we're just gonna have to go all the way to the other side of the world and then back again. And I'm sure you lovely people are keeping up with this perfectly fine, and you don't need it. We didn't get the fucking... Ah! We were literally right there. We didn't reclaim the Heart of the Thieves Guild while we were there. That's the point. When were the original Spyro games released? Because obviously it's based on, as in it's the same series and a similar style of game, rather than a direct port. It's based on the original, PlayStation 1 games. But when were they released? 'Cause I feel like that, I don't know, late 90s I want to say? But then 2000, no, because it's PlayStation 1. So, wait, no, hang on. Getting my timelines confused. It will have been late 90s, early 2000s anyway, and this, I believe, was released like 2005, 2006 maybe? I'm not entirely sure now. I'll have to check at some point. Because this is going to bother me now. Oh. Yeah, that's about right, isn't it? And Laura, surprisingly not. Like, I've missed a bunch of Sonic Boom, and I've missed a bunch of regular show, and I've been meaning to catch up, but it's just not been happening, but I'm going to very soon. Well, I mean, feel free to look away for a few moments if the graphical effects aren't being goodness to face. I suppose I probably should. What are you trying to do, good sir? Apart from destroy that safe, but I suppose I should put in some sort of seizure warning, just on the off chance that either the Phoenix Vision sunglasses or the flashing lights of the lantern inside caves or whatever does stuff to people's heads, because that's not pleasant. Yeah, I can tell it didn't go well. Oh yeah, the adorable thief mask. I'd forgotten that's what the heart of this place was. Jeez, you would have thought I've never LP'd this game before. I mean, this isn't an LP, obviously. This is a stream. But I've played this game before, I promise. Okay, I'm gonna go back through a cave area, so avert your eyes if you need to. I'd say cry if you need to, because that's a song, but that's actually not relevant. And oh my goodness, we've only got like 45 minutes left of stream, so I should probably hurry my ass up. Do we have... Okay, I need to check a thing, but it's like a sequence of things that I must check. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Only 7? Oh, for some reason I thought it was 8 items to a quest. Not counting the heart. Right, hang on. So, that's 2... I'm counting the cool items to see if we can turn them in yet. That's 2... 3... 4... 5? No. Fuck. Hang on. Sorry about this, I just want to make sure. That's 6. And... I believe we're still missing one of the pieces of cool gear, but... No, there it is. Oh, never mind then. I did a thing. Wait, hang on. I've seen another message that I wish to read in my head. Actually, kind of, yeah, Laura. Like, I would have thought you'd be right on the edge of watchingness of that. Also, by the way, this will never not be the Power to the Purple Ledge because of my original LP, but enough about that. But yes, Laura, now that I think, like, I hadn't thought about it, but now that I've thought about it, yes, I'm surprised, because I thought you'd be on the edge of your existence watching the episode on repeat. Well, I'm not entirely sure the specifics of how it how the episode goes down, but it's a thing. It's certainly a thing. It's very much a thing. Yeah, we go. Bringing back all of my memes. My dang memes. And because of that one stream, I think the first one in the series, this first area of the Yeti Serengeti will never not remind me of the phrase cheeky Nandos now, and that's not even me trying to troll this time. Like, sincerely, this is just the Nandos area now. Just turn up and build a Nandos on your Yeti land. Which sounds like an insult, but it's not. My ears just did some weird things there. Which actually, just glancing back up through the chat, reminds me at some point I really should do LPs of the original trilogy of Spyro games, because they were good. They were really good. Good-ass games. We've already had a discussion about ass games, teehee. Nothing. I think this is the one level where we don't have to go into the vault, because we've already got all this. Okay, wow. Maximum rude. You can just... Wait, did he? Did I... What? I just got deafted. What? Bweh? Bweeble? Hello to you. Get your fox, climb up the mountain and get me the thing. I agree with the fandom on the whole being salty about how they've randomly made Bentley dumb in this game. And it's not the... Well, I would say it's not the first. It's not the only Spyro game to portray Bentley as a blithering idiot, but, like, that's not his character. Localization teams get good. Well, I say local... Game writers get good. Because this is a loquacious Yeti. It's a deliberately ironic character trait. Holy shit. It's the banana thing! Yay! I'm gonna go all the way back to the bloody banana savannah. Oh yeah, we still need to get the paw prints. So that explains why we've not 100%ed this area just yet. I pressed it to jump, but he didn't jump, and now I'm standing up for some reason. Legs? Legs, can you cooperate, please? Thank you. Like, that's not even me trying to be random funny, cause lols. Like, I legitimately did just randomly stand up then. Oh, Laura, you needn't. Although, no, I'm not gonna try and talk you into it, but that would get me like 2.5 Nandoses. 2.5 whole a half whole. A half whole. Like, if your legs are mostly closed, then that presents a half hole, and that's all the treasure chests in the game, I think. Just casually throwing away my whiteboard of notes. So, gems-wise, we just need to... Yeah? Yeah, well, holy fuck. So, on the to-do list for the remaining 30 minutes of this stream, Cheetah Spot Spa, get the heart from there. Then... Banana Savannah, retrieve the heart from there and get the gems. Somewhere along the way, running in a crazy race, never think about the hearts we break. Yeah, Dragon Shores, need to go back into the Sergeant Bird level and finish that, because apparently that's where I'm missing them. I like the choice of words there, Simon. But like, I'm gonna be controversial and like, Phil, I do that factoid, but it is fascinating, and so I support you in your quest to enlighten the world with it. And, well, I suppose since I'm going to have to quick escape anyway, I might as well go back to the Banana Savannah, since that's the last act we'll have to do in this most westerly half of the overworld. It's not even a half, it's more of a chunk. But you see, Laura, if you were to get me a £20 Nando's card for Christmas, then the half Nando's I'm not sure what I'd do with, but I'd get one for me, and then, what, that's not Banana Savannah, and then one for you as well, because we'll be going, well, I don't even know. Can you even get into Nando's during the festive period? Do they serve Christmas Nando's? I'm laughing, it's probably true, you just probably have to book in advance or something, because, I don't know, I'd like to think that when you come over to, because Scalaway is going to come and visit, that we're going to, like, she's gonna be staying over for a week, and we're gonna be recording videos and stuff. Like, we've planned to do stuff like maybe innuendo bingo and the whisper challenge and stuff like that, as well as some other fun stuff that we have and planerated. But there's a possibility of us maybe going out like we did during Europe's Gallo August. And, like, I really want to, because it'll be fun, it'll be festive and stuff, but I'm just thinking, getting trains to surrounding towns, is that a thing that could happen? I feel like maybe, maybe not. And, hang on, before I do anything stupid. No, no signs of any remaining... Any remaining yes. But, maybe we could just go into the town centre here, but I feel like that's... Ah, fuck. That wouldn't quite suffice. Maybe, I don't know. We'll arrange something and it shall be fun. And out of curiosity, Simon, if you're still here, if you've not been scared away by the revelation of getting blown like that. Infinite blow! He's literally not stopping the attack. You done? Are you done? Can you be done, please? There we go. Also, I got an email, and it's distracting, because sometimes I get emails, and it makes me happy. But yeah, I was addressing Simon, was I not? Simon, if you're still here, have you seen anything of the Junior Eurovision? Because it's good. This year's relatively mediocre, but it's still good. So, that's a thing to consider, if you've not seen it already. Yes. just yes. Everything is yes. Yes. Tropicana. I don't know where I'm going with this train of thought. Because, like, I feel like sometimes I have these one-to-one normal person conversations with people in the chat, and I kind of forget that that's not how you conversation. I want to say something else funny, but literally nothing's coming to mind. It'd be nice if we had another surprise stream guest, and that sounds like I'm building up to introducing someone, but no. There is only me. Oh, well, fair enough, Simon. I'm surprised people actually watched our Junior Eurovision analysis video, but I'll just be sitting here hoping for San Marino to do well, but I mean, they're San Marino, so who knows how they're going to do, because questionable, maybe bias against them or not, and that's a lovely banana. Oh, banana! I don't want to go into the Agent 9 bet again, but it's the only place the remaining fucks could still be unless they're in here. Seizure warning again, by the way. Ah, the burps are real. Seriously, where could I have... Like, is the... I did go into the, Yeah, I did. I distinctly remember going into the... Fuck. I've forgotten how to speak English again. But I don't have any other language to replace it with. I mean, I speak sufficiently foreign, but not enough to commentate over a game, I fear. Although that is a point, though. I've mentioned before, certainly in my LP of Anodyne, that there's a Danish guy that I'm still subscribed to him, but he doesn't make videos anymore. And his name is Keith, but it's spelled with a Q because he was being all cool and edgy and stuff. And he got quite a lot of requests for him to do just a little bit of commentary in Danish during one of his LPs, which I thought was cool, but he said, like, he did it only for a few seconds. He said that he was going to stop because, like, he wanted to be completely understood, and it was just an entertaining little gimmick as far as he was concerned. But, like, if I were to, like, if you people in the stream chat wanted me to commentate in a language other than English, like, whether it's on this stream or just as a video in general, like, I'm not saying this is a thing I'll do, but, like, just as a suggestion or just a random thought in my brain, what language would you want me to lapse into? And I swear to fuck, if any of you say my native language, I'll just sit here like, bruh. No hablo inglés, señor, or something, I don't know. There's only so much I can say without coming across as horribly, horribly racist. Well, I suppose it depends on the viewers that you've got, because some would be like, yo, it's a cool little bit of variety. I mean, obviously it'd be annoying if you can't understand them. I will concede that from time to time, I have actually done videos just arbitrarily in foreign. Like, there was a whole, there was, for instance, the vote where, Yeah, 15 gems, that is random, and that bothers me. But, well, to be fair, foreign languages are fun. But yeah, there was the voting video, where I just did it all in Japanese for some reason, because fun times. Laura, much as I would like to, I don't speak the Portuguese. Portuguese is a language that happens, and it is not one that happens within my brain space. Like, how do the Portuguese even Portuguese with their Portugoose? He says, expecting a reply. I don't know. I'm kind of on the lookout for any gems I may have missed, and I don't know where I could have missed them. Because I was doing, like, on my initial run-through, I was doing it on the assumption that I wouldn't miss any gems, because I didn't in my original playthrough, and apparently I managed to on this run. Go away, camera. Where could I have missed them? Because I know where else in the main level. Unless there is like a little island that I missed or something, but... Well, languages are just kind of my special thing. But that's kind of common knowledge at this point. And I'm still flattered to this day that on my Eurovision reviews, I've had people from like Iceland and Albania and like all over Europe complimenting me on my ability to pronounce the names of all their like singers and whatever. And I'm just like, yay, I'm not offensive. I know, some languages make more sense than others. Like, for the most part, languages is my thing. But there are some languages that I just can't even. Like, I would like to learn Welsh at some point. Like, it's not at the very top of my list of priorities. Like, there are other languages that I'd want to be able to speak first. That, like, I want to get back into being able to speak French. I want to be able to speak Dutch, you know, etc., etc. But like, Welsh is kind of relatively up there, just not super high up. But for the moment, I can't even. Because that's the strange thing with Gaelic languages. Like, there's well, Ulster Scots isn't technically Gaelic. It's just like. And I do hate these sections as well, Phil. But, like Ulster Scots, like, I can understand that when it's spoken, I can understand it when it's written, I just can't speak it myself. Like, I can't do it off the top of my head, and if I try reading it, it sounds horribly racist. But, like, there's that, which actually is English, sort of. Sort of. It's hard to describe. And then there's Manx, which I've never actually heard spoken. Well, yeah, but I know you meant any game, and I agree. It's just, I'm not fond of these style sections either. So I'm trying to agree with you. Why is this? But yeah. So, I've never heard anyone speaking Manx, but, like, Welsh sounds like someone speaking English, but saying a load of gibberish words in a Welsh accent. And that's just, I'm not meaning to rag on Welsh, because I do want to learn how to speak it at some point, but, like, just to my untrained ear, that's what it sounds like. Then there's Scots Gaelic, which... like, I know a few words of, as is kind of my birthright, if I'm using that word correctly. But, again, one that maybe in time I should learn to speak, but for the moment I can't. And, like, the point I'm getting at in all this is Irish Gaelic, or just regular Irish, like, depending on how you prefer to call it. It sounds like that language they speak in The Sims, and I'm not trying to be offensive when I say that. It's just, that's how it sounds to me. And you can die, and you can die. Where am I? Oh yeah, Cashland, that's another one. And on the list of languages that I'd like to be able to speak. Now, Finnish is on there, but with a huge asterisk next to it. I want to be able to speak it. I don't want to have to learn it, because holy fuck, Finnish is weird. Like, Finnish is a language where... I mean, I could just reiterate what's been said in a different video, but... like... how can I even go about describing it? It's like, there's... like, the word kuulsi, for instance, can mean your moon, or the number 6, or a spruce tree. But then if you say it too quickly, then it comes out as kuulsi, which means piss. And if you say it too slowly, if you emphasize it as kuulsi, then it comes out as meaning as good as new. And then if you have phrases like kuulsi pala, which could mean your moon is on fire, or there are 6 pieces, or the spruce trees are present, or any combination of the above, and it's kind of a bit ridiculous. No offense, of course. And that does bring me on, though, to one of my favourite... In fact, no, I think... Wow. I think 3 of my favourite word, sentence, phrase, things in Finnish. Well, one of them is a proper sentence, and that's Ilmatunnelikseli on täynnä ankeriaita, which is Finnish for my hovercraft is full of eels, because, I mean, why would you not learn that phrase in any language? And then there's Saaren Paskantamasari, which, that's kind of my go-to Finnish word, which is the name of an island, like a tiny uninhabited island off the coast of Finland, and the name literally means this island was shat by Sarah. Sarah squatted down and shat out this island. And I'm not seeing those gems that I'm missing! They should be right here, but they're not! Where are they? Where are they? There's, what else? Oh yeah, there's the obvious, there's kind of the one Finnish phrase that everybody learns that's, it's... Oh my god, I forgot what it is. Juoksentelisinkohan. Where if you break it down, it can mean a whole bunch of different things depending on how you split the word, but its usual meaning is, I wonder if I should run around aimlessly. Which is kind of what I'm doing right now, to be fair, because I have no fucking idea where these last gems are. Wow, that was dickish. Couldn't see that coming. Well, I have a book back home that's Teach Yourself Swedish, because that's a language I want to be able to speak clearly. I did try to teach my mother some Swedish before, like towards the end of the summer. We got decently far through it, I suppose, kind of. And anyone in the stream chat, please do shout if you see where I'm missing these gems, because they're not anywhere. Because I'm gonna get out of this section and they're just gonna be like right there in the overworld, aren't they? Because I've checked this entire place. And it doesn't appear to be anywhere. Yeah. And as far as my interest in like other languages and cultures goes, it does typically tend to extend as far as Europe, and then that's where it kind of fizzles out, apart from like I'm interested in Chinese mythology and obviously Japanese mythology, but that's kind of it. Like that's not be like hating on other cultures, it's just I don't know, I can't help my interest, I suppose. Oh, by the way, this is probably gonna sound really stupid, but Exelda, are you still here? Because there's something I meant to ask you, and if you're not here, then I can't ask you, obviously, but just throwing it out there. If you're still here, make a noise. Yeah, but there are only 2 cameras left in the level, and that still wouldn't add up to 15 gems, and I think they're too high up to get anyway. See, if I could double jump and then hoover, then I would have done that already. That's the only reason why I left them, because I can't get them. I would promise to cut this out, but this is a live stream, so I can't. Ah, Exelda, yes, hello. On the subject of... I've seen... I would say we've all seen the video, but I mean, I've seen him through a video. I don't know if everybody else has, but yes, Exelda. Oh, like, I was thinking on the subject of this interest in other cultures, like, is it considered racist to deem oneself not sexually attracted to someone, or, well, attracted, full stop, because of their ethnicity? Like, I'm not asking for the sake of life experience, it's just a random thought that popped into my head, because I was thinking about, I'm thinking about a thing that Tristan's been doing. Oh shit, Laura, you're right, a 10 and a 5. Fuck. I want to say, fuck it, I'll get him off camera, though. I don't want to do Agent 9. Anyway, I'll go back in and do that all again then. But yeah, the one thing I was going to add is Bhutan, their national, like their name for themselves in their language, which I believe is called Dzongkha. Like, it's not Bhutanese, that's a different thing entirely. But their name for their own language, their name for their own country is it translates to Kingdom of the Thunder Dragon, and they have a dragon on their flag, and that is hella cool. So the only reason why I think about it is because Tristan, who is a good friend of mine, is a published author and a prominent figure within the furry fandom. I'm just thinking, well, is it considered racist if a furry is not attracted to a particular species? And then Like, I'm not saying that humans of different ethnicities are different species by any means. But, just a random thought that occurred in my head. And it's too high up, I can't suck it. Interpret that how you will out of context. See, you can't double jump and then suck, which is kind of the problem here. But, anyway, I asked, but yes, rupees as they're portrayed in Legend of Zelda are a type of corundum. In fact, they're technically sapphires, but sapphires are a type of corundum as well. So, there you go. Rupees are real, and I can't suck this camera. That makes me sad. I'm gonna try and suck the other one, but I don't expect any good things to happen. My nose. My nose is doing things again. And also, on the subject of my, well, I wasn't even talking about anything related to this, but on the subject of my, of Europe Scalo 8 and my, Junior Eurovision video, I kind of regret, the Albania portion of the recap not being Jamaican me crazy, as opposed to a relatively Spartan description of how the song goes. So, that happened. Yeah, they're too high up. I can't fuck them, they're too high. Plus, I'm running out of time on this stream, because I've spent, like, 15 minutes in here. But, yeah, I kind of beat you to explaining it, Phil, but yeah, I do find it to be fascinating, so, you know, once again, you said something clever and relevant, and something about Las Vegas. Entertaining stuff! But I've always found gems to be inherently fascinating, and that was even before I discovered Steven Universe. In fact, Steven Universe is like a love letter to my childhood, except not really, but just I've always, like, I have a collection of gemstones somewhere, but I have no idea where they are. And that kind of saddens me, because I know I have them. I have a rather extensive collection of just, like small gems. I don't know where I put them. I know they're in my possession somewhere, though. And I'm gonna make it a tradition. Whenever I go home from university, I'm gonna go and look through my stuff and see if I can find my gem collection, and inevitably be disappointed when I can't find it. And where the fuck do I remember this being a notoriously difficult level to leave, if you're going to leave the traditional way. If you're going to use a cake fork and leave this house. Seriously though, well, in terms of this stream, and this is kind of settle a dispute that's kind of plagued by a family's household. Cake forks, yes or no? How do we feel about them? Because, like, sometimes cutlery is required to eat cake, but my mother and I are both in adamant agreement that you should eat cake. If you're going to use an implement to eat cake, you should use a spoon, because if you use a fork, first of all, to eat cake with a fork, you're already using it like it's a piece of cutlery. Duh. You're already using it like it's a spoon anyway, right? Like, if you use a cake fork, then you don't stab the cake and pick it up like that. You scoop it as if it's a spoon. So you might as well just use a spoon, because if you're using a spoon, you're not going to drop any of the crumbs, are you? That's kind of my argument there. Fuck! Well, yeah. Using your hands is perfectly fair, because that's what we do for most cakes. It's just, my father and I are both rather squeamish about moist things. But, like, for the most part, I'll be happy to use hands on a cake. But, just, sometimes there will be moist cake. And how did I forget about this section up here? Oh my god, I've literally wasted like 20 minutes of this stream. But we had a nice little discussion anyway, so that just leaves the overworld, I think, and then we can get the thing from the spa. And yeah. Wow. Just wow. Infinite wow. Wow maximizers. See, Laura, now I'm getting mental images of, like, when like, you just getting a piece of cake, like a perfectly formed, like what we had when we were in Brighton during my birthday. Like, having it on, like, a perfectly square piece of napkin on a perfectly round plate. And then you cover it with your hands, and you look around really furtively. And then you go into the next room, and look around really furtively again. And you just make sure there's no one else in the house. And then you go back to the cake, and you pick up a spoon, and then a knife in the other hand for some reason. and then you just bury your face in it and kind of go like Ji-Jan or Gyan, however you pronounce her name, in the video for Not Afraid. Because in that video, she literally just inhales a slice of cake. And you know what? Good for her. Good for the only singer in Lithuania. Or at least that's what the YSC would have you believe. But, see, just the way you've worded. I only use cutlery when I'm not in polite company. I just inhale it like Kirby. Which, that's acceptable. That is an acceptable thing to do. Well, it would be acceptable to feel bad about buying sporks, except go onto Wikipedia and then look up all the pages that it lists as related pages for sporks, because there's some seriously hilarious shit in there. Like, there's oh shit, there's the spork, there's the knork, the spife, the chalk, C-H-O-R-K, the sporf, plural is sporvs, and then there's the luisikaharuka, which means we've wrapped back around to talking about Finnish again, where there's like a Finnish piece of cutlery that's used by the Finnish army. I don't know if they still do, well, they certainly did. It's like a historic thing or something, where it's like almost like a Swiss Army knife, except it's like a fork and a spoon on like a hinge, so you can spin it round one way and it's a fork, you can spin it around another way and it's a spoon, and you can fold it up together and stuff. And the name literally translates to spoon fork or fork spoon. I forget which way around it is, but there you go, Luisika Haruka. But I did once get a screenshot of the suggested pages of Wikipedia on things that are similar to a spork, and it just amuses me that that there are all these. Oh my god, Phil, the puns are real with you this evening. I appreciate the humour there. That legitimately made me smile. But yeah, just there's one really ridiculous, there's a picture with a caption that says something like, I forget what it is. There's like a brand name of sporf that sounds really dumb out of context, and there's this photo that's captioned, so and so is a brand of sporvs, or no, yeah. I don't know. It's a silly name anyway, so that's a thing to look into. But yeah, I think the most unexpected one of that is the chalk, which is fork combined with chopsticks. And like, okay, I kind of get. I mean, in fact, you know, if impromptu stream chat poll, how many people watching can actually use chopsticks? Because I can. But I've always wondered, why don't they have like a thing for people who can't use chopsticks, where it's like, you know, those things they use to hold clothes pegs together? Why don't they just have one of those attached to a pair of chopsticks? Because then you don't have to hold in any special way, you can just pick up food with them? You know, for beginners and shit, why bother making a chalk when you can just stick a clothes peg, combine it with chopsticks? No, just an idea. I am the new Elon Musk. Not entirely, I'm only mostly sure I know who that is. You know what, that's a brilliant question no one's ever asked before. Laura, how is everyone this evening? Yeah? Yes, well, I agree. I've moved on from the subject of cake, but yes. Certainly in Nando's it's okay to use your hands. They don't mind. They encourage it. But I'm okay. I'm doing an adequate number of goods. But, and yeah, I can use chopsticks perfectly fine. In fact, I don't know if you noticed, the other night, Laura, when we were recording the thing with Yuki and Alex, while they were fanboying about Smash, Jesus Christ, and there was a point where I just deliberately just went to bed, because, like, my bed is literally behind me, we're using face, chat, video, Skype, whatever, so I could quite clearly see that I just went to bed and turned the lights off, and just, while they were going on and on about Smash. But there's one point where I had this ice cream tub full of midget gems, and I was just wondering the other day, how is it not considered offensive that we still call them midget gems? But whatever. I was eating those with a pair of chopsticks. I'm kind of surprised that nobody noticed. But yeah, they would not. They literally would not shut up about Smash, and it was kind of infuriating. But oh my god, well, I've just literally just gone through this entire area, and I have not seen any sign of those missing gems. So maybe they are somewhere in the overworld. But the thing is, they're the last thing that I need before completing this game. Well, I mean, no, I still need to go to the cheetah spot bar and grab the stuff that's there. Right, I need those gems, and I'll have all the gems. Everything else I've got, apart from... But I need all the gems in order to get that, so... I can go and get that. That won't help much in this department, though. It wasn't so much they were being rude, it's just... I mean, it was one of the items on the agenda to talk about in that particular podcast. It was just getting really boring, because, like, they spent about, what, 35-40% of the podcast just talking about Smash. I'm just like, oh my god. And of course they made me feel bad about being the devil's advocate of sorts, the representative of the people who don't actually give a shit about Smash, because we do exist. And, like, they made me feel bad about it, and I'm just like, bruh. My doodlings. My dilditos. Yeah. At some point, I got out of bed and got my whiteboard and wrote on it, "Wake me up when they're done fanboying." And I just held that in front of the camera. I actually took a photo of me doing that, or a screenshot or whatever. So I'm going to put that into the podcast if Yuki ever gets around to sending me his audio. And to be fair, I'm kind of used to it. I mean, with our podcasts, I do feel like 4 is a crowd. Like 3 is fine, depending on who it is, but 4 is definitely a crowd. But, yeah, Yuki just wanted to rush through all of it. Alex wanted to be loud. I got not much chance to speak, and Laura got even less of a chance to the point where I'd have to interrupt to say, okay, does Laura have anything to say? And it's fine. What's done is done. And ideally, I'd want to retake the podcast, you know, just do it again, but maybe one person fewer and a bit more focused, so... I mean, yeah, two-man podcast is perfectly reasonable. I'm just thinking in terms of... in a podcast, we want to include, like, at least 3 people at a time, just so that... You know, just so that we're accurately representing the members of our group, but... to the point where, if we do a 2-person podcast, it's more than likely just going to be me and Laura, and at that point, we're probably just going to talk about Eurovision and stick it on my channel, which is... I mean, that's almost what Eurovision Debates was, except that wasn't what it was intended to be, but that's what it was. And sure enough... See, I suggested that, like, funny enough, I suggested that we did that in, like, just before we started recording, and they were too insistent that, no, fuck off. And we finally have the quest for this area, and we've got all the stuff. Great, so... What now? I'm missing, like, a substantial number of gems. I do not know where they are. And they're all standing in the way between me and completing this game once and for Izzle. For Izzle. Did I seriously just say that? Oh, I suppose that is true, although it was slightly helped by the fact that Alex kind of dropped out of the call partway through and didn't realise. But yeah, there are good people and bad people to have in podcasts at the same time. Like, I think Laura and I work with pretty much anyone. Austin works with pretty much anyone. But I think Yuki, Alex, and Game Empire should be kept apart because they're the sort who kind of likes the sound of their own voice a bit too much, kind of. And then there's Exelda and Jen, who are just kind of never around. Hi, if you're still here, by the way, Exelda. Love you like family. Where are these last gems? This is gonna bother me. They're probably gonna be somewhere really, really, really obvious. Are they in the fucking vault? Did I never go into the vault on this stream? Because I swear to fuck, if those gems are in that vault, I am going to... interpret that noise how you will. I will consider the Ukrainian entry at this year's Junior Eurovision. I don't know. Maybe... Are they... I don't know where they are, if they're not in here. Oh, yeah, we've featured guests in podcasts before, so I don't see why not. Well, I mean, on the subject of Lovely Planet podcasts anyway, if you're talking about a podcast in general, then, you know, I wish you luck sorting that out. But, I mean, as far as Lovely Planet goes, yeah, we've had a guest before in the form of Zron Games, or Lightsaber Guys I call him, because his name is literally Zhwum. But, fuck. See, I've already been in here. Did I, is there like another island in here that I missed or something? This is going to bother me. Like, I'm going to watch this stream back, because I always watch my streams back afterwards, just in case. And it's going to be really obvious, I'm sure. But Like, have I missed something really obvious? Can anyone else point out where the remaining gems are? And don't mind me making noises as I get up and kneel on my chair. My god. And this is so dull, I've actually scared one of the viewers away, possibly two, because we did fluctuate between 4 and 6 viewers for a while. Where are these last gems? Are they, like, down here, maybe? Somehow I don't think that's going to end too well, Laura. No offense to them, of course. But, God, I don't know where these last gems are going to be. This is bothersome. Because I'm just going to bumble around on stream till I find them. And then, if I don't find them on stream, then I'll find them off stream, but then I won't be able to finish the game on stream and... Wait, this counts as the professor's lab? Really? Huh. Well, where are these last gems, then? Can anyone offer me some help? Because I swear to fuckery. I fuck to swearery. Just heard some random whistling noises. Yeah, but that's nowhere near big enough to hide the number of gems that I'm missing, and considering where it is in terms of the game, that's where we are now, and it's not enough to hide them. So it could be in a different section of the map. I'm trying to think, where have I not been? This is the overworld. I have a rough idea of where maybe it might be, perhaps? Not entirely sure, and I have to constantly shift my position so that I'm comfortable. Through here. It's probably through here somewhere. Maybe in the room preceding the... I was going to say the dragonfly dildo, and that's not anything. Preceding the Thieves Guild. Maybe it's in here somewhere? But no, this counts as the Thieves Guild. Does it not? It does. So it's not going to be in there. I do have one last idea as to where they might be. But are they going to be up here? No? Okay. Well, the sheep don't give you gems, ever. They're just there to restock your health. And the barrels, they just respawn. I killed all them on my first pass, at least as far as I remember. And, to be fair, we're missing, what, 75 at this point, I want to say? Yeah, 75? Yeah, 75. Of course, and if I might inquire, the Dragon Dildo in question, is that from Five Nights at Fuckboys, or is that an actual... Because I know that actual things can be bought. I have seen things that would indicate places from which such things can be purchased. Now, I must have gone all the way up here, because that's where the thingy thing... Where are these remaining... It's probably 3 blue gems, which are worth 25 in this game. That's a point. I'd like to see game theory tackle how much the gems of Spyro are actually worth, and it can't be in here either. My arm... Well, at least my arm is only starting to die now, as opposed to partway through the game, as it has been tending to. Is there any... Right, there's that up there, there's this down here. I don't remember there being any islands in the stream, as it were. Literally, because it's a tropical island and this is a stream. Well, Laura, that depends what you're asking. Yeah, it is definitely a real thing, I can confirm this. I have at least 2 people who can back this up. Not from personal experience, probably, but... Yeah, they definitely exist, don't worry about that. Once again, I fear if my parents are watching. Maybe there's a chest that I missed or something, but I took careful notes so I would achieve the end of Dragon. So where is this is going to bother me infinitely. And this sand reminds me of pineapples. Even though there's a similar texture to it in the in Spyro Season of Ice. And that texture reminds me of pain. So, what else could I say or do to make this stream commentary more entertaining? Because I want to be entertaining. Oh, Yeah, anything that's fodder contains dragonflies. That's perfect logic. At least with the, Oh, yeah, you didn't. That's the point. We'll tell me about it after the stream, then. But... yeah, at least with the enemies, it kind of makes sense, because, you know, apparently it's... They turn treasure into monsters to fight for them, and that's kind of decent logic, relatively, as far as video games are concerned. But then there's... just... fodder contains butterflies for some reasons. And do dragonflies actually eat butterflies? Something I've never bothered to fact check. There's that whole section down there, but I feel like you can't get down there without it sending you off into the kangaroo hooduvia. Oh, this is bothersome. See, it must be in the Sergeant Bird area, but I've cleaned that place out. It can't be in there. There are a lot of things that are dildos somehow, to be fair, so, you know, we'll live. I don't want to end this stream, but I'm... tempted to make one last pass through the Sergeant Bird area, and if it's not in there, then I might give up. Unless you other people got any ideas as to where they might be. A bee! A million bees! Wait, I have 2 ideas, I think, as to where they might be. But if anyone else has any ideas based on where I've been and what I've done and seen, then please do shout out. I would very much appreciate the assistance. But I think maybe in the turd in a bowl section, perhaps? Maybe, if I'm lucky? But even then, like, there's no way I could have walked past a bunch of vases in that area and not noticed, surely. At least it's not too far from here, but still. Let me know if I start dropping frames, by the way, because we're going for nearly an hour and 40 minutes. The one time that I make active reference to the fact that these streams are usually an hour and a half, and this stream has to overrun. Oh, by the way, I just saw that. I just saw the thing pop up on the stream chat again. Laura, by the way, the specialist dildos are expensive, so there you go. That's relevant. No, they're not here. I didn't even know that. Well, I was gonna say I didn't even know that dragonflies could bite, but I've never encountered a real life stinging dragonfly before, or biting dragonfly. Is what I mean. So I learned something this evening. Congratulations, Phil. You are a useful person. Have some sort of reward unto yourself. I'd say have a piece of cheese, but that could be considered offensive if you're like lactose intolerant or something. I was temporarily rendered lactose intolerant once. It wasn't a fun time. And what kind of didn't help is there's one point during that temporary period of lactose intolerance where my father bought me like a bottle of fridge milkshake to kind of help me feel, you know, sort of improve my mood, and it kind of didn't work because it's a milkshake and I was temporarily lactose intolerant, and that, like, the thought was there, and we'd sort of temporarily forgotten. That's why I didn't talk about it at the time, and like, that's kind of sad. But yeah, in my life I've encountered dragonflies, but never ones that bite, so yay! We inform, we entertain, and in return I shall offer a piece of advice that I have stolen from Graham Norton. And actually no, it was Andrew Lloyd Webber, and he's kind of become a bit of an arse in recent years. But if you add olive oil to mashed potato, that's a thing. Do you feel educated? Am I helpful? My nose. Okay, I'm going to check the Sergeant Bird area, and if I can't find it, then I'm gonna give up, because, like, I don't want to give up, because there's still stuff left in the game. Like, I should still do the final boss, really, but I can't find these missing gems. Huh. Rather rude dragonfly. Yeah, I've never encountered it in real life. Because clearly your life isn't real life. I've never encountered it, so fascinating. So I'm just imagining like a dragonfly with sort of stereotypical mean features. Well, like just random little devil horns and an aggressive face, just like, rawr, I'm a dragonfly, I'm gonna bite your ass, except not your ass. See, I'm convinced that the missing gems aren't in here, because we've been in here, we've checked it thoroughly. And there's no sign of them. Also, one thing I kind of meant to bitch about the other day, and I never got around to it. How do Americans come to the conclusion that an appropriate pronunciation of the word thorough is thorough? Like, how do you get thorough out of thorough? Just a random thought. My commentary is going to run dry because my mouth is running dry, and that's not a euphemism. But I swear to fuck, I want to find these gems. This is the only place it could be, because I've checked the entire overworld, and I'm deliberately not rescuing the penguins, by the way, because I've done that before, and you don't get any subsequent rewards for it, because you've got the main reward for doing this, so there's... Oh my god. Heatseeker, can you not? Maximum rude. Wait, I vaguely remember there being like a secret room in this mission somewhere, maybe, where it's like just a blue teleporter, and... Oh, Simon. In an ideal world I would have finished by now, I just got sidetracked by the fact that I've missed a bunch of stuff. If I just hit the blue switch and... Could that be it? It can't be, because there's birds in there. This is gonna bug me if I don't find it. I might as well heal while I'm up here. Boop. But yes, have a good evening, Simon. Well, now geese are horribly aggressive. Was it Zhao? Because he's a Portugoose. I don't even know what Zhao looks like, and I'm already imagining him just running around, flapping his arms, biting people, and hissing. Because that's how they do in Portugal. Now, how do shot web? Ideally, you probably just shouldn't fuck with geese in the first place, because they're horribly vicious, or so I've been told. I've done my best to stay away from them just in case. Some sort of delicious, feathery racism. Is that racism to say, yo, I'm gonna stay away from your entire species because you might bite me? And that's kind of my policy with dogs a little bit, except not really. Kind of, sort of, but not really. You feel me? I know, but apparently as it is, you shouldn't even be giving out bread to waterfowl in the first place anyway, because it's, like, bad for the system. Like, it's bad for them, and it's bad for hedgehogs. In fact, bread is just bad for everyone. Although, that said, one thing that really annoys me, and I'm fairly sure I've spoken about this before, but I don't know if it was on stream or not, is bread snobbery. Like, I like white bread. Fuck off. There you go. That's kind of the beginning, the end, the toilet of that discussion. No, it's not a personal attack. I'm just saying that's what the science says. But yeah. I can't stand it when people say, oh no, you shouldn't eat white bread. Oh, you shouldn't eat gluten. Shouldn't eat this, that, whatever. Like, I understand being overprotective about what you feed to other animals or people who can't feed themselves, because obviously it's not your life that's on the line, but if I want to eat white bread or gluten or whatever, then fuck off, I'm gonna eat white bread or gluten or whatever, it's just there. Well, obviously, that doesn't mean to say, oh, I should just constantly fill my face with death food or whatever, but I feel like a line has been crossed when a Freddo bar costs in the double digits of pence. Very true indeed, Phil. And now I've completely fucking lost where the teleporty fuck is. But I feel like when I find it, it's going to lead to a room that has 3 blue gems in it. I'm calling it now, because there's that there. Right. If I go down through here, there's you. And there's this. If there is... Oh my fuck, we've found the gems! We've found the gems, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great day for humanity and, well, life kind in general, really. Like, I understand there are some people out there who, you know, who have allergies or lactose intolerant or whatever, but I do get rather suspicious when people just say they don't eat chocolate, and that's all they have to say. Not like. Okay, that's, to me, kind of like saying, oh, I don't read, which is kind of Yukio the 5 in a nutshell. But yeah, like, the people who don't read don't chocolate, like, but I don't know where I'm going, because this train of thought kind of makes me sound super snobby, but anyway, I believe we're now 100% on everything except the last area of the game. By the look of it. Yes, yes. You see, we got there in the end. So, yeah, we have time to do the final boss before calling it a night, I think. But, yeah. And another thing that annoys me, on the subject of, like, I agree about dark chocolate because, like, I hate how that's perceived as the sophisticated chocolate. Like, no, it literally tastes awful. But white chocolate is kind of my jam, and I hate people who are snobby against it. Like, if you personally find it not to your taste, fair enough, but there's no need to shit on it. Like, no innuendo intended, I suppose, but, like, there are people who say, oh, no, white chocolate isn't real chocolate, it's just sugar and milk and expired yogurt. Like, no, it's really not. It's just white chocolate. Get off your fucking high horse. Also, it's nice. But yeah, dark chocolate, can't stand it. I'm not gonna shit on people who like dark chocolate, so that already makes me the moral high ground. Like, I'm not on the moral high ground, I just am the moral high ground. I am literally a rather tall cliff that is just above the argument, or something. Kind of reminds me of that picture of, like, now I'm not gonna name him by name for obvious reasons, because it'll destroy the pun, but the actor who plays Harry Potter, his face superimposed onto the side of, well, a side of a stack of rock next to the sea, and it's labelled Daniel Boringcliff. And then there's that same picture, but edited to have a buttload more colours and, like, fire and a motorcycle and explosions, and it's Daniel Radcliffe. And these guys just keep deathing me, apparently. But, yeah, milk chocolate's fine. But, like, I feel like if it's too cold, it becomes too much of an effort to eat, but if it's too warm, it's just kind of, quite literally a hot mess. But that said, Lindt, Lindor, whatever, those circular chocolates that have bits in the middle, those are nice, but not if you let them, well, not defrost, but not if you let them get a bit melty, because they're really nice when there's that slightly crunchy outer shell, like not crunchy, more like crisp, I suppose. Crisp outer shell, and the relatively soft innards. But if you let them get too warm, then the outside bit kind of becomes regular chocolate consistency, and the inside turns to liquid, and it kind of tastes like chocolate diarrhea, and it's not fun. But I mean, if you leave if you leave chocolate in the fridge for too long, it can get, like, stupidly hard, and it's just not a fun time. Like, you need a surgical guillotine to eat it. So many spare. Now, I don't remember, do I need to play elemental rock, paper, scissors? Or, I don't think I do. Just need to get up to the podiums, start singing Lady Gaga, and fire things at him. And Laura, it almost sounds like that's like a Eurovision song or something. I mean, if we could have a song about Mark Zuckerberg, then I don't see why we can't just have a song where it's just Valentina Monetta singing about how Daniel Radcliffe be back up, back up, back up, back up, baby, or something like that. Whoosh! You fool. That's the wind one. I'll just do that last because it's the last one on my list of priorities. And come here, you fuck, so I can whoosh you. Or not, apparently. I'll just stand here and take repeated damage. That's even better. Come on. Fight me, you fuck. Do I need to... It has to be a charge-up attack, doesn't it? This is... Oh, fucking... It's hard to charge up in one spot, and... Because the ice breath has such a shit range on it compared to the fire breath. Come back here, you fuck. Did you seriously just miss your own charge? I am offended at how that went just there. I'll do this one first then, because it's clearly the hardest. There we go. My goodness. Must that to have been such a difficult? And this one has a decent range to it, so I'll just... You shall have no soup, and death by yourself. And then just do fire last, because it's easiest, because it's literally a projectile. And that's boss. That's a funny thing, though. If San Marino wins the big Eurovision, they probably won't host. But if they were to win the junior Eurovision, maybe they might. And I'd love to see what they did with that, because there's no way they wouldn't have Valentina involved. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, at least those of you who stuck around till the end, that's game! We're gonna see the credits and it's gonna be over and glorious. Yeah, we just... Oh yeah, I forgot about Cookie Butler asshole. Ripto needs hugs. The most unexpected and adorable ending to a game ever. Well, I don't know, I mean, there was the ending to Castle Crashers, which was a nice twist. A twist of love, a twist of pain, a twist of me and you. A twist of things you can't explain will make your dreams come true, in the words of Denmark 2006. That song is nearly 10 years old. Anyway, that's game. I 100%'d it. Yeah, I know, I did mention earlier, it is kind of ironic, but I want it to be climactic and doing the final battle last, because technically you do the final battle and then you come back here once you've got all the hearts, but might as well just come back and do it all in one, so I wouldn't have to keep going back and forth and back and forth. But yeah, that's it now, because of my original playthrough and my LP and this stream. I've now got 3 for 3 100% complete files on this game. So that was fun. I'm gonna leave the credits running because that is the most precious background image I've ever seen. Yeah, well, I hate your face, except I don't because I've only seen it like twice or 3 times. I'm just trying to be funny. Am I working? But I'm just being completionist, and anyway, I didn't just travel around all that much. Like the amount of traveling I did in this particular stream was kind of, for the most part, it wasn't redundant, because for the amount of time it would have saved me to go out of my way, get that warp device and come back. Like, that time combined kind of adds up to the amount of time I spent going between levels anyway, for the most part, so... Anyway, what's done is done. It's my stream and I'll do it how I damn well please, but... yeah, look at all these credits that are happening. I think I could probably skip them, but I'm leaving them because it's... because that's fucking adorable, for amongst other reasons. But to make it all big and monumental and end of stream-ilicious and stuff. Do people enjoy this game? Because that's 2 games that I've completed on the streams now. I'm so good at life, or so I'd like to think. But yes, how are people feeling? Like, what should I do next week? Should I not do a stream? Should I do like an interactive, like... I could do just like a live chat, just literally just my face. Or I could do, assuming you talk about him, that's Ripto. But, I could do, you know, like Jackbox or something. I don't know, we'll sort something out, but... let me know what you think in the stream chat, and I will say, Ripto actually got his name from the fact that the Japanese spelling of Spyro's name, which is broken up into Su, Pa, I, and Ro, the way they stylized it for the logo of the Japanese release of the first game looks like Ripto in English, so that's what they called him. Fascinating. But yeah, there we go. 100% complete on all files, all different playthroughs. I believe that was my original run. I want to say this was... I don't know. One of these was the LP and one of them was a stream, so there you go. So, Jackbox is a possibility next week. I'll think about some stuff. I'll talk to some friends off camera. We'll see what could be arranged. But, yeah. Until next time, I suppose, I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons. And, well, see you in whatever my stuff you happen to watch next. And as usual, I'll stick around in the stream chat for a little while. But that's not relevant to people watching this back on YouTube as archive footage. I'm waving goodbye. You can't see that. So, yeah. Peace out, I suppose. Good night.